My name is Elijah Stark. I'm 26 years old and I live in Washington State. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist and a deacon in my church. Even though I was born in an Adventist home, I never really wanted to have a relationship with God. The choices that I made led me to 5 years of chasing happiness apart from God. After that, I decided that I had had enough and I wanted to know God personally. And after that, the blessings have never stopped flowing. My conversion story started on March of 2015. That was when I walked away from God and moved in with people that would accommodate my want for worldly riches, and started doing drugs, wasting my time on different media, and I would meet people that would bring me lower. After 5 years, I realized that this was not the life for me. I knew that God was real and that there were people praying for me, and that was the biggest thing, is that people were praying. It helped me know that I could come back to God. On May 9, 2020, I made a decision that I had officially had enough, and while I literally was in the dirt, I cried out to God in front of everybody that I lived with. They all thought I was crazy, but I knew that what I was needing, they didn't have. I called my mom. I didn't have a car at the time, so I asked her to take me home. They took my phone away from me and screamed at my parents for making me crazy, as they put it. My dad hung up the phone and I knew my mom was on the way, so I felt impressed, and I knew it was God who picked me up out of the dirt and took me to a driveway that was secluded from the road, and I asked him, I said, I'll do anything that you want me to do, just please get me home. So when I opened my eyes, I seen a bush that was perfect for me to get into and hide, because I knew that the people I lived with would come and find me. And when they would find me, they would try to convince me to come back. And I didn't feel strong enough to face them, because they had done it before. They had tried to get me back before and they had succeeded. When my mom got to me, I was so thankful that I was finally going home, and I felt peace like I had never felt before. I never wanted to go back to the life that I had known, and that was just the start. And now, almost 3 years later, I still have a long ways to go growing, but I truly know now that this is the life that God wants me to live. And the best way for me to learn is by being close to Him. And I will never, as long as I have breath in me, I will never want to go back to that life. Ever since I have turned to God and wanted to have a personal relationship with Him, I have still had trials, but they don't pull me down into a rut and keep me there. I always know that I can go to God and He will help me. Sometimes He'll let me struggle, but it's for His glory. One thing I know is there are far more blessings in store when you follow God. One of the greatest blessings He's given to me is I am now married. I have a loving wife, and look forward to the day when she can come here to the States. Right now, she is in the Philippines, and we talk many hours through Facebook Messenger, and we love each other very much. She's a gift from God to me, and I know that I would have missed out on her if I had never come back to God. There's nothing out there in this world that would interest me anymore. Jesus is the only way for me.